So, let's listen to Ed Miliband talking a load of rubbish. He doesn't understand if you charge energy companies 78% tax on their profits, they will increase the amount it costs people to buy their power.
Companies in this country are taxed at 78% on energy profits. That pushes up prices too.
No, that's wrong.
Yes, it does.
It's not 78%?
It is 78%, but it's not.
Whereas obviously regular corporate tax is 25%.
It's really important to make this point. Oil and gas is set, the price of oil and gas is set on the international market. The reason why...
That's the raw commodity price, in the same way that the prices of batteries is set on the raw, the raw commodity price.
It's not set by the tax rate on UK companies, is what I'm saying. It's set by the global price. You see,
I understand that, but you're saying that tax rates don't impact pricing?
I'm saying that in relation to oil and gas, they don't.
He's talking absolute rubbish.
Because the truth is that the price for our oil and gas is set internationally. And let me explain. Let me just, if you just let me make the point. Why did prices go through the roof when Russia invaded Ukraine? Right, well, our prices went through the roof, even though we imported a very small amount from Russia. That's because whether the gas was coming from the North Sea or internationally, it was priced on the international market. That's why we're in the grip of fossil fuel markets controlled by others, petrostatic states. And that wasn't about the UK tax rate. The UK tax rate could have been cut or higher, and it wouldn't have made an impact.
That's a separate point.
Yeah.
The floating price of commodities is a legitimate but separate point. Another point for why this country has unbelievably high energy prices is that we tax our energy companies.
No, you're wrong. I'm really sorry, but you're wrong about that because the price is set internationally.
No, because the price isn't what we pay internationally, you moron. This is what they don't get. The international price, yes, is set, but we pay over the top. The international price, that's why we pay double what other people are paying, because we are paying for the 78% tax on top.
I'm really sorry, but that's not correct.
OK, well, let's put commodities aside. If you increase taxes on supermarkets to 78%...
It depends whether it's...
If you increase taxes on supermarkets to 78%, what would happen to the price of food?
It depends.
What would happen to the price of food?
It depends whether it's a domestic market, where the price is set domestically.
This is a globally unquestionable fact.
This is a person that's never run a baths, so...
...about economics. You're right that your point also applies. You can't flatly deny my point.
I am denying your point when it comes to the question of these internationally set prices. That's the point I'm making.
If you lowered the tax of 78% on energy companies to the regular...
On oil and gas companies, it wouldn't make a difference to the price. In fact...
Yes, it would.
I'm afraid it wouldn't because the point is that the price is set internationally.
But there are lots of things that factor into the price that we pay. The lots of supply chain costs you've mentioned yourself. This is a huge cost in the supply chain. Energy companies...
And this is what they doesn't understand, is if you put that much tax onto a company to earn profits, they have to charge, after they've paid the international amount, they have to charge more to make a profit. Because the government are going to be saying they're getting 22% of the profit, while the government are getting 78% of the profit. The government are still ripping you off with energy costs. This is what people don't get.